Today, President Trump expected to hold a cabinet meeting. And as you well know, those can sometimes last for hours and then go along even longer than that. But the New York Times is questioning the president's fitness, saying shorter days are signs of fatigue. The White House, as you might imagine, pushing back.
One fake news story over the weekend, before I let you all go, from the New York Times that took about 1/3 of the president's daily calendar and his daily schedule and said that he's doing less than he did in his first term, or he might not be fit for the job. That is unequivocally false.
Joining us now to react is senior writer for the Washington Examiner and Fox News contributor Joe Concha. Joe, good morning to you. Notably, yesterday, the Trump administration launched what they are calling a media bias portal that exposes fake news. So where do you think we are when it comes to fairness in reporting overall in this country?
Somewhere near the gutter or below it at this point, Carly. So good that this administration is calling out the press for not doing their jobs correctly, and it's all intentional in terms of the bias. Look, if you want to criticize Donald Trump over a certain policy, fine. That's part of the deal of being president. But what is undisputed is his work ethic. I mean, no president in the first 10 months of his term, of any term, has been more impactful and more transformative than Donald Trump has. And no president has certainly been more accessible to the press. The New York Times, by the way, has no standing here whatsoever. This is the same paper who pushed the cheap fakes narrative in June of 2024 regarding Joe Biden trying to play defense of a sitting president who clearly was not fit for any office mentally at that moment in his term. And this is the same paper in 2023. So we're talking 3 years into Biden's first term, only term, who said that Biden had, quote, striking stamina, and this is an actual quote in the so-called reporting, was sharp and wise at critical moments, able to rise to the occasion, even in the dead of night, to confront a dangerous world. So, look, Caroline Leavitt was right to call out the so-called paper of record. They screwed up with Joe Biden. Now they're trying to make up for it by trying to equate Biden with Trump, which no person, sane or sober, if you watch Donald Trump on a daily basis, would ever confuse the two in terms of mental ability and work ethic. That we do know.
But Joe, they apparently are refusing to admit that they screwed up with Joe Biden. Here's what they responded to Fox News Digital. Quote, the Times White House team, including Katie Rogers, the same reporter Ms. Leavitt singled out today, have reported without fear or favor across multiple administrations from both parties. Katie's reporting on President Biden was just as unflinching as it has been on President Trump, despite cherry-picking headlines attempting to prove something that simply isn't true. Really, Joe? The Times was reporting on Joe Biden's decline in year one? I looked. I didn't see that anywhere. Did you?
No, I did not. I wrote a whole book on Joe Biden in 2022, outlining how mentally the elevator wasn't going to the penthouse at that point. So, yeah, the New York Times, look, they could talk about how unbiased they are. They haven't. And I've said this before in this network. I'll say it again because it bears repeating. They have not endorsed a Republican presidential candidate since Dwight D. Eisenhower in 1956. That means you thought that, I don't know, McGovern, Carter twice, Mondale, Dukakis, John Kerry were all great candidates over the people that actually won those elections. This is not a paper that has any standing when it comes to being unbiased. That we do know.
All right. Well, when it comes to the press briefing yesterday, Caroline Leavitt also blamed former President Biden's leadership in vetting and the vetting done for Afghans during his administration for the D.C. shooting. Take a listen to what she had to say there.
We continue to live with the deadly consequences of Joe Biden's horrific leadership. Nearly 100,000 Afghans were recklessly released into the United States with little to no vetting. But the terrifying truth is that the Afghanistan debacle is just a small part of Democrats' complete and total betrayal of the American people during the Biden years.
It was an important part of her briefing. Opening comments there. Final thoughts to you.
Well, this is what happens when you allow, Carly, millions of people into the country through the U.S. southern border that was open during the Biden administration, or when you allow thousands upon thousands of Afghans into the country without any real vetting process, including the shooter of Sarah Beckstrom and Andrew Wolf of the National Guard. Yet what we're hearing from the media, many prominent Democrats, that somehow Donald Trump is to blame for the shooting. Why? Because he deployed the National Guard to Washington, D.C., a city that was completely under duress from high crime and murders. So countless lives were saved from this deployment, but many Democrats in the media, because they're reflexively anti-Trump, on anything he does. They're trying to put this tragedy on him, and it's a whole bowl of wrong.
Yeah, and we received news yesterday that Andrew Wolf is responsive, so very good news there, but we are still mourning the loss of Sarah Beckstrom, and we will be for some time to come. Joe, thank you so much for joining us.
Joe.
Indeed.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.